Eevee Heroes, one of the best sets that Pokemon has released in the last 3 years, in my opinion. I love it. This Jolteon, for example, I had the chance to buy it this week and I seen it, had to pick it up. The centering is lovely. Love this card. Let me know what you guys have to say about this card. I love Eevee Heroes, and I'm kind of considering master setting Eevee Heroes. Anyways, I'm not here to talk about Eevee Heroes and how I love Eevee Heroes. Let's talk about Evolving Skies, and is it investable right now? In my opinion, I think it's actually undervalued, in my opinion, and I think I'm going to start investing in Evolving Skies even heavily more today. So let's get into it. Okay, so my first reason on why I think Evolving Skies, even though a booster box is $500, a pack is $15 Canadian prices, I still think that's undervalued. If you look at any sets in history that were mediocre and good sets, the packs alone is like $50 plus. Phantom Forces, a booster box of that is like $2,500. And Evolving Skies, the set compared to another, it's nowhere in comparison in my opinion. I'm going to use Phantom Forces as an example because it's not a strong set in my opinion, but the box is $2,500 Canadian. Evolving Skies is a phenomenal set that I think everyone can agree on that the set is extraordinary, and it's only $500 right now. These 5 cards, they're expensive now, yes. Are they the best cards to chase right now? No, not my opinion. If you open up a box of Phantom Forces, of course you want to get these cards. If you compare Evolving Skies alternate arts to these 5 cards, there's no comparison. The silver card is cool. It's the only silver card ever made in Pokemon history, but it's very flat. It's not something to be excited about, in my opinion. Like, because I wasn't a collector back in these days, I don't have any emotional connection to the set or to this era of Pokemon. But I just don't think 5 years out, what are you gonna want more? Phantom Forces or Evolving Skies? Again, this is not the strongest set that I'm comparing Evolving Skies to, but if you just look at the set compared to Evolving Skies has so much more better cards in the set, so I think it's a stronger set to invest in. This set is $2,500, a booster box. If you look at Evolving Skies, look at the card. I don't even have to move my mouse. I don't have to do any talking. The cards speak for themselves. I don't want to just compare it to this one particular set, but again, I'm just comparing it because it's $2,500 a booster box, right? Evolving Skies right now is $500. That's what, like 3x, 4x your money right there. Again, it's a lot of money for right now, but if you look at a long-term perspective, Evolving Skies is going to be more than $2,500 if it ages the same. Because look at the cards compared to Phantom Forces. Like, there is no comparison, man. There's what? 5, 10, 13. This Rayquaza's fire, Umbreon's fire. The rainbows aren't my favorite. These alternate arts aren't the best. But again, the first 10 cards are incredible. These 10 cards, they're going to speak for themselves 10 years down the road when Evolving Skies is nowhere in stores, it's nowhere in print run, Sword and Shield is done 10 years out. $500 is still undervalued for a set like this because it's still in stores, you still see it, you can still find packs in stores, things like that. You can buy boxes that have Evolving Skies packs in it already. So product is still out there. It's still selling out there. A set that I think is still gonna do well if you buy it at $500. You're paying a premium, of course. 10 years out, it's gonna be worth so much more. And like, who cares if you're losing $200-300 right now? Sure, you could have bought it at $200 Canadian. You could have, right? It's only $300 more, but 10 years out, it's gonna be more than $1,000 in my opinion, right? So it doesn't really make sense just because it went up a little amount in the last year to not buy it now. Like, don't think like you missed out because it still has a lot to run in my opinion. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. This is just how I view Evolving Skies right now, and I just want to share my perspective on how I think it's still undervalued. So the second reason why I still think this set is very investable is because we all know Evolving Skies, we all love the alternate arts, they're stupid expensive, I know, but again, like, the set speaks for itself. Just look through the set, and it just speaks for itself. I think everyone wants this set, and this is why I'm master setting Evolving Skies right now, because it just clicked in my head on, like, I have to do this right now, because in 5-10 years out, it's going to be virtually impossible, not impossible, but it's going to be very, very hard to master the set if you want to do it in the next 10 years, right? Or in 10 years. This is why I'm master setting it. If you want to watch my collection goals, I'll put the video up here. That's the reason why I'm master setting it, because it's just a great set. Another reason why I think this set is actually undervalued is because of pull rates. If you try to open an Umbreon, Rayquaza VMAX, Glaceon, Sylveon VMAX, it's going to be very, very, very hard for you to get it in packs. And with less product out there, it's going to be even harder and harder and harder. Other than Scarlet and Violet, if you buy a booster box, you're probably going to get like a secret rare. Like you're probably going to get a top card. It's very easy to pull a special illustration rare other than alternate arts, especially the VMAX alternate arts. So you want a set to invest in that's hard to pull the chase cards, because if it's easy to pull the chase cards, in the future, if someone buys a box, they're going to be more inclined to open it because they think it's easier to pull that chase card. Other than Evolving Skies, people aren't even opening a booster box at $500 because it's so hard to pull an alternate art. So just imagine how the sets are going to compare in the future with a set that is hard to pull chase cards and a set that's easy to pull chase cards. That has a major fact in your investment, in my opinion. This is why I always look at sets that have bad pull rates. Chilling Reign, Fusion Strike, Evolving Skies is up there, and it's very hard to pull those chase cards. So that's why I think it's a good investment to invest in those sets, because you don't want to pull the good chase cards because it's so much easier to do, less valuable in a sense. So that's just my opinion. This is why I think Evolving Skies is such a really, really good set to invest in, because the set alone speaks for itself. It's really hard to pull your chase cards, which is the Umbreon VMAX. I think Rattle Pokemon, he opened like 3,000 packs just to pull one Umbreon. That's like $20,000 right there for one Umbreon. A set to invest in for all those reasons. I want to know what you guys have to say about this video. If you think it's overvalued, please let me know, because I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say about that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe to all that, and see you in the next video. Deuces.